Hello everyone, my name is Brittany. So this video will be dedicated to my fitness journey. I'm gonna go over a few things that I didn't go over in my short video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, so I'm not really sure how consistent I'm gonna be. I'm gonna try to be consistent. So I do have notes, so if you see me look down, that is what I'm looking at. So I kind of want to give you a little bit more into my background. As far as fitness, I joke, consistently inconsistent for about 2 to 3 years. With the last year, 2026, beginning of 2026, I'm starting to take it more serious. I do work out 5 to 6 times per week, 5 to 6 days, I must say. Because some days I do double up on workouts. My workouts do include weightlifting, cardio, and Pilates. As far as the workouts, I try not to do back-to-back on the same type of workout. So let's say, for example, one day I lift weights, the next day it's cardio, the next day it's Pilates. Or if I double up, it's usually strength and cardio, and then Pilates the next day, or any kind of mix, to be honest, as long as I'm moving. And my workouts are usually 40 minutes to an hour long each. So if I do 2 times a day, usually it's either one in the morning and then one in the evening, depending on how much time and how my energy levels are doing. Speaking about time, I am a mom. My son is my only son, but I'm also a cat mom to an orange girl, and if you know, whew, never a dull moment. As far as my diet, it could use some work. I'm trying to get better at intuitively eating, because I know I'm not a tracker. If it takes me more time to achieve my goal, then that's what it is. I try to be mindful of the, I guess, content of what I'm eating. So like I do make sure I'm trying to get protein with each meal, whether that's beans, meat, whatever. I do make sure I have carbs, but even then sometimes that's limited. So let's say I have 3 meals a day. One of those is probably not going to have carbs. I'm working on eating until I'm satisfied and not when I'm full, so overeating. And I know I said intuitive eating, but I know I'm not going to count no calories. That's not me. But I do look at it. So as I'm eating, I kind of like, okay, this was like 200, 100 here. I might do that, but as far as tracking, I'm not doing that. Like, you can throw any app at me. I'm not putting in the time for that at all. If it, like I said, I don't mind my fitness goals, body goals taking longer to achieve until I learn intuitively eating where it works for me. That's fine. What I have started doing with that, and maybe it's a tip for you, is I'll take my plate, I'll fix the food or the meal, and then I'll only eat half of the serving I originally planned to put on the plate. So instead of 2 spoons of rice, half spoon. And I'll eat that and then drink water behind it to see if I'm truly still hungry after that. I give it 10 minutes, and then if I'm still hungry, of course I'll get me another small serving to see if I really want it. And 9 times out of 10 I found that the half serving is usually more than enough. So yeah, working on the overeating. As far as my current body, I'll show myself towards the end of the video. I am 5'4" and 3/4. 3/4 is important to me because I'm almost 5'5". But I'm 5'4" and 3/4, and I'm 185. Just kind of looking at other people, I think my ideal weight would probably be somewhere around 160 after shedding some pounds, leaning out. I don't think I would look great beneath 160 just because of the way I'm shaped. I'm very shapely, so very curvy, and you'll see that later. As far as the type of workouts, I know I mentioned strength, cardio, and Pilates, but just to kind of dive deeper into that, I do follow the videos. Oh, and I do all at-home workouts, so I want to make sure that's important. I do not go to the gym. I don't have gym money. Single mom, a student, and looking for a job, so I don't have gym money. But right now, YouTube is free. A few people I follow as far as weightlifting videos. I love Lift with C, and then I love Fit with Juice and Toya, I think it is. It's a couple. They're both good. Lift with C, I feel like it's easier for me to follow her, especially starting as a beginner with weightlifting. Juice and Toya is more fun for me, and I'm more likely to stay engaged, because sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I do get a little bored with Lift with C, but it gets the job done. As far as cardio, I love belly dancing. I do belly dancing with Portia, and then today I did cardio, but I did it with, is it Dante the Fitness? Dante, it's something like that. I'll find it. But Dante Fitness, basically like if you kind of like the trap music while you work out, and someone kind of being a little firm with you while you work out. I love him. I did him back in the day, I remember, for like 2 weeks, not back to back. You wouldn't be able to walk. Oh, one moment. Oh, and I'm back. So, what was I saying? And I said belly dancing with Portia, Dante Fitness, cardio. Oh, when I was doing him back in the day, when I did about 2 weeks with him, and he get ready to sweat, get ready to work, get ready to work. When I tell you I lost, like, between those 2 weeks, about 5 to 7 pounds. Whew. Putting in that work. I think with the belly dancing, it's not quite as intense, but it can be. It can get intense because you're moving your hips. I found better core engagement with it as well, because you do have to tuck your pelvis in. You're constantly reminded. I think it helps with body alignment and loosening up those hips. As a woman, sometimes we forget to move with our hips, or I do. I got scoliosis, so tight hips sometimes, well, all the time. And that's helped a lot, along with Pilates. So Pilates has helped. I do Move with Nicole Pilates, and that's as intense as I can get. I'm on her beginner and intermediate videos. Homegirl is the truth. I would love, honestly, to get into calisthenics, but I'm just not there yet. That's another goal I want to get into. Another goal is being able to do pull-ups. Your girl has never, ever been able to do pull-ups. I want to do that. I want to be strong. You know, sexy too, but I want to be strong. Like, I want to look strong too. Lean, strong, feminine still. I think with all my natural curves, it'll be hard for me to look masculine. And again, not tooting my own horn, but that's what it is. As far as the struggles that I currently face with my workout journey, it's going to be consistency. I'm hoping with me doing these videos, it makes me show up for myself. You know, accountability is a good one. As far as dedicating this channel, since, you know, I'm not working, I do have more time. I do want to be more consistent with posting. So maybe a video a week or every couple of days. Not quite decided on that as well. Ooh, I need to do my hair. She's looking rough. I don't have locks. I'm not starting locks. I did have locks before, and I can go over that in another video. I did comb them out. I do sometimes miss them, but I'm also enjoying the loose hair. It was definitely more convenient when I was working out, you know, especially with locks. You're not really worrying how they look. They're gonna look the same. They're gonna look the same. So let's see my notes. I think I've gone over everything. I'm gonna try to make this as relatable and real as possible. Being honest, being vulnerable. I don't drink. I used to, but it is off and on that I used to do it, and it's not, I just don't see a purpose for it. It's empty calories that I could use as a sauce, to be honest. I like sauce. I drink a lot of water, eat pretty decent. I don't eat fast food a lot. I'm not gonna say none, because I'm a mom to a 12-year-old, so he loves his Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, all that. Since we're looking for a job, we're cooking meals. Oh, I made homemade bread and homemade naan. So that was pretty cool. But as far as like how I want this video to go or this series to go, we'll see how long we keep up with it. I kind of hope to inspire someone and inspire myself and seeing the growth and the changes. It's gonna be a ride. And who knows, I might go back on the whole counting calories. Since I got extra time, why not, right? But it just seems so limiting, and it seems so daunting, and it's like, that seems overwhelming, counting everything you put in your mouth. Maybe I could do like a tracking journal, just to kind of see what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis. No judgment. And kind of going from there, counting the calories that way, and kind of looking at it the next day and seeing what those calories were the prior day and seeing how that affects my meal choices going forward. I remember I did try to track calories one point, and then I was even measuring the sauces. That's a lot. Just so I could visually see what 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of sauce looked like, so I can like kind of guess at the calories. I don't meal prep either. I would love to be the type of person that meal preps, but I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see what changes and how this journey is gonna look. And I hope you're in for the ride. Oh, I did promise to show you my current body. And I do want to reiterate, genetics is a thing. I do also want to state that I'm not at the very beginning of my health journey. Like I said, I've been working out, I want to say, for the last 2-3 years, consistently. I've never gone more than a week without working out. Now, what each week looks like as far as working out 5 to 6 times a week, that's been more recent. I'd like to say we're in the month of May. We're in May. I want to say since January, the birds. I'm sorry, easily distracted. I want to say since January of this year, I kind of restarted. I've been working out at least 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 4 days a week. And then more recently, starting in March, it's been more 5 to 6 days per week. So there's that. Oh, you know what? I didn't mention I like to do yoga. I do yoga with Adrienne and Sanella Yoga. I like them both. They got good videos, so check them out as well. But yeah, I feel like this video is all over the place, so hopefully I'll get better the more videos we record, because I looked at my notes and like the ADHD in me is like, I should have took more detailed notes as far as what to say. We'll work on that. I wanted to get into like health. I wanted to show like more health. I don't have any chronic illnesses. So if you're watching me and following my journey, I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as well. I don't have any chronic illnesses that I know of. So I do want to make sure that's very clear. I think I have a pretty moderate metabolism. I'm not going to say it's super fast. I'm not going to say it's super slow. At the beginning, initially jump started my health and fitness journey, being in a bad relationship, I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. I weighed myself at that day and I was 199 pounds as a 5'4" person, and there was no muscle. There was no muscle. I was not working out. I was depressed. I was overwhelmed. And I can go into more of my backstory in that, but part of my healing was getting back to me, getting what the ladies say, your spark back. So the focus on that. Currently single, and I love it here. Let's see. No chronic health issues. I'm not currently working. It's just me. So we're living off savings. Hopefully that changes. But in the meantime, doing good. I'm blessed. Happy to be alive. I think I covered everything. I know you want to see the body, so let's go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to go into my room to show what we're currently working with. Again, currently sitting at 185. 185. 5'4" and 3 quarters. 3 quarters. Don't forget that. 3 quarters. One minute. All right, back in my room. All right. Okay. Here we go. Can you see? Hell yeah. All right, so this is me not sucking in the gut. Oh, I don't feel like you can see me. There we go. Not sucking in the gut. From side view. Natural. No work done. Oh, wait. I did have a breast reduction. I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. 5 years. I started with like, I want to say like an I cup. Got down to a D cup, and then they grew back. We're sitting at triple D, maybe F. So hopefully with the weight loss, that goes down as well. This is front view. Oh. I've always been insecure about why my knees do that. I watched a few videos, but like no one's really, well, I've never been consistent with doing the exercise for it. And then side view. Again, not sucking in. You see the back. Oh, let me raise that so you can get a better idea. Boom. Booty is bootying. I've always had this shape ass, no matter what size. Thighs, hips, no matter what size. Even before kids. Maybe not as big, but it's always been a curve. So thank God. Again, genetics. Excuse the messy room. Front so you can see the belly. Not sucking it in. Now, I'm working on my tilt. So I'm working on tucking the pelvis in. Oh, did you hear that crack? See, that feels good. You should do that. So when I do tuck, when you see me out in public, this is what you'll see. You won't see me just with the loose back and belly, but I typically try to remind myself to walk like this to kind of train myself with the posture, which has helped with belly dancing. Pilates helps, in your workouts to engage on your core properly, but I don't feel like it helps when I'm walking. Like, I've gained core muscles to use. Oh, okay. So yeah, Tiggo bitties. We're just showing the whole room, so excuse the room. I need to clean. And then I'm gonna show you what I look like my back, like outline of my back. So let me pause so I can get in position. There, okay, so can you see? Let me pull my shirt so you can see my back. Again, not sucking in, not arching. Tuck my pelvis and raise. So yeah, this is what we working with. I hope. And we'll get better, and I'll have to watch some more videos and learn how to do technology, because I'm not great with it. I'll be honest. I'm not great with the technology, but here we go. I think that's better. That's my cat. Here we are. Coco, can you stop? Coco. Focus, but so we're thick, girl. And then let me go back. So now that you've seen my body, let's go into my goals. Oh, hold on. Coco. So as far as the goals I have, definitely want to drop some weight. Like I said, I'm currently sitting at 185. Throughout my health journey, within the last 2 to 3 years, the lowest I've been is like 171. So I've gained recently. Stress. It's so important to regulate that nervous system and work on reducing that stress, because it's gonna fight you harder than the food is. For me. So goals, again, my goal weight is gonna be around 160. I don't want to be super skinny, but I do want to lean. I want to see visible abs, not just when I suck in my stomach and flex. I am starting to see muscle development in my triceps. I want to see muscle development in my thighs. That's always been the one place where it's last to show. Abs honestly come pretty quickly. Even before I had my son, I had abs without trying, and that's just the way I'm shaped. Wasn't super skinny either. I can start finding pictures and kind of do another video showing different starting points, how I've looked throughout my life. But this is the biggest outside of when I initially started, after that after that relationship. Took me through that. But after that, 199 was the largest I've ever been, even being pregnant. The highest I got to in pregnancy, I want to say, was 170 something, and I'm currently 185. So yeah, girl, it's time to tighten up. I mean, I love my body, and I'm grateful for what it's got me throughout all these years, but I want better. I want more. I just want more. But again, I want visible abs, visible leg muscles, and who knows, throughout this journey, we might have to go back to the gym when funds and time allow. Currently, what I have as far as weights, I've bought or purchased weights. I have 5 pound, 10 pound, 15 and 20, and I use all. So pretty soon we're going to be looking at purchasing 25. That'll be next on the list. But right now, those are doing me pretty good. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your view. If you want, like, share, and subscribe. Sorry about that truck. I live on a main road. But, thanks. And have a beautiful day.